So this is factored form, yeah? All right. If something is factored already, what's the math that we do to it? Do we expand it or do we factor it again? We expand it, because if it's factored, it can't be factored anymore, yes? So if you were going to expand this, what would you do? I've taught you a way, and then I gave you a shortcut. Right? What was our shortcut? It was x squared, and then it was plus 4 plus 6, x, and then it was plus 4 times 6, yes? Everybody with me? Which would give me x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay? Everybody cool? Now, this is expanded form, yes? So once I have something in expanded form, our goal in math is always to simplify, yes? So if I am in expanded form, my goal must be to factor it. Now you guys should notice something. If the shortcut works going to the right, adding, multiplying, then should it work going to the left? Yeah. So if I want to factor this, I need to find two numbers that add to 10 and multiply to 24. Right? And since I've already got it factored, we know it's 4 and 6. Everybody cool? So let's change this a little bit so it always works. All right? So if I want it to apply to every single number, I have to start using letters, don't I? So, if this is a general rule, if I have x squared plus ax plus b, so any trinomial, if I can find numbers that multiply to b and add to a, I can factor it. Everybody with me? The only way to do this is with practice. So we're going to go real slow at the beginning. And then what will happen is you'll notice some of your classmates will get it immediately. By the time I finish asking, they will have the answer. But it will make sense to you even if you take a little longer. I tell a little story right here. I used to teach, this used to be in grade 9. And I had a student in grade 9. Kid was the worst math student I've ever had. Okay? 1 plus 1. I got nothing, Mr. Myers. Like, that's the level of math that this kid brought to grade 9 math. Everybody cool? Never answered a question all year. Nothing. What's your name? I got nothing, Mr. Myers. Like, that's how bad he was in math class. We did factoring. Showed him this. And it was like, have any of you seen the movie Rain Man? I've told you this story. Right? Where that guy can do all the math in his head. The kid was like that. He could look at this and tell me the right answer without writing it down. Couldn't do any other math in all of grade 9, but could do this in his sleep. It was the weirdest thing. And to this day, I can't explain it. Because he was not very good at any other kind of factoring. He couldn't do GCF factoring, which I just showed you. And he couldn't do the other two versions, which I'm about to show you. But he could do this one, like that. It was very weird. So, is this in this form? Squared, coefficient, regular variable, constant. Yes? Yeah. So, to factor this, I must need numbers that multiply to what? No, look closer. Negative 18. And add to what? 7. So what are the numbers that will multiply to 18? Now we got to be Mrs. Bad Crumble. Is it 1 and 18? Will they get me to 7 in any way? No. Is it 2 and 9? 2 and 9 will get me to 7, won't it? I need a positive 7, yes? So is it 9 minus 2 or 2 minus 9? So the 9 has to be positive and the 2 has to be negative, yes? So I just write it out. X, I need a negative 2. And X, I need a positive 9. And then we always check. Is negative 2 plus 9 7? Is negative 2 times 9 negative 18? So are we right? Yes. Does everyone see how it works? Okay, you got to multiply to the last term, add to the middle term. So let's look at this one. What do I got to multiply to? Negative 8. What do I got to add to? Negative 2. What are the factors of 8? Is it 1 and 8? Will they get me to 2 in any way? No. Is it 2 and 4? Will they get me to negative 2 in some way? How? How do I take 2 and 4 and get to negative 2? Negative 4 and positive 2, correct? So it must be x plus 2, x minus 4. Now, here's something that kids will say to me, I got a different answer. What? What'd you get? Because that's the only answer that could be. And they say, I got x minus 4 and x plus 2. And they're mad at me. So then I say to that kid, what's 5 times 2? 10. What's 2 times 5? 10. Does order matter? No. But do these signs matter? Yes. Okay, as long as one is negative and one is positive, they can go either way. Everybody cool? All right. What do I need here? Numbers that multiply to what? And add to what? Look again. Negative 12. So, is it 1 and 35? No. Is it 5 and 7? How? Both negative. X minus 5, x minus 7. Yeah? Everybody cool? Everybody cool? Okay. What's D? Try it yourself. Don't shout out an answer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I needed numbers that multiplied to what? Negative 20. And added to what? Positive 12. Is it 1 and 20? No. Is it 2 and 10? 2 and 10 can get me to 12, can't it? So let's check. It has to be 10 plus 2, yes? So that would have to be a plus 10, a plus 2, correct? Let's check. What is 10 plus 2? 12. What is positive 10 times positive 2? Positive 20. What do I need? Negative 20. Damn. To multiply to a negative, one would have to be negative, wouldn't it? So it would have to be either a minus 10, a plus 2. Does that one work? Negative 10 plus 2. What's that? Negative 8. What did I need? Positive 12. So it can't be that one. So it must be a plus 10, a minus 2, right? What's 10 plus negative 2? 8. What did I need? 12. So it can't be that one. So the question is now, can you factor this? No. It is possible that you are already in your factored form. Do not learn steps and then try to force math into those steps. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this guy he doesn't factor. So make sure you check. Because how many people said 10 and 2? Be honest. It's your first crack at it. How many people tried to make 10 and 2 work? You tried. And did you check? So you checked and made sure it didn't work. You wouldn't have handed it in to me written like this, right? Okay. Turn the page over. I want you to try E on your own. Because E does work. Everybody try E, and then we're going to talk about F. So I need to multiply to what? Negative 14. And add to what? Minus 5. Is it 1 and 14? No. Is it 2 and 7? How do 2 and 7 get me to negative 5? Negative 7 and positive 2, yes? So it must be y minus 7 and y plus 2. Everybody good? Does everybody feel they can do it? A little bit. All right, now look closely at this and tell me how that F differs from E. Carlin. I have a coefficient, yes? I have not taught you what to do with coefficients. But a couple of days ago, did I teach you something that you should try every chance you get? What was that thing I told you to try every chance you get? GCF. Is there a GCF here? What is it? 4. So if I divide everything by 4 and I write it out, what's the first term? X squared. Minus, what's the second term? 5x. What's the third term? 14. Now you'll notice, why did I do it this way? What's that and that? Same thing. So this answer must be 4, and then x minus 7, x plus 2. Does everybody see how that one works? Soon as we get rid of that first number, we're good to go, yes? So look at G and tell me what you're going to get rid of. Hey, Mr. Deweydoff.
Hello. How are you?
I couldn't be better.
That's really great. Question for you.
Answer for you.
Would you be willing to have your students buddy up with a Japanese student for this block and hang out in here and experience what a math class with Myers?
What, so they can see that they did it in grade 3?
Yeah.
Sure.
On Wednesday. Okay, cool. Now I ask the rest of you. On Wednesday, we have Japanese students descending upon this building, 80 of them. We're pairing them with a student from Abbey for block B and the lunch. Is there anyone here interested in partnering with a Japanese student? 2 of you, fantastic.
My Japanese students don't want to partner with a Japanese student?
Okay, name.
Vicky.
Hurtful.
Last name?
When?
The rest of you,
Okay.
lame.
What grade is this?
10.
Okay. This is pre-K or FOM?
FOM.
FOM 10 with Myers. Cool. What?
Connor.
Connor. Last name?
Boyzman.
One more time?
Boyzman.
You're going to need to spell it, Connor.
B-O-I-S M-I-E-R.
10 with minors. Thank you very much.
You know it, brother. All right. So what do I got to get rid of there? I don't like that 10. So how do I get rid of it? Same way I get rid of every coefficient. I divide by 10. Where do I have to put that 10? Where's that 10 go? Goes out front, and what stays in? What stays in?
X squared.
Plus 8x plus. So now I'm to something I know what to do with, yes? Which means I must have to multiply 2, 12, and add 2. What is it? It is 2 and 6. And they are both positive. X plus 2, X plus 6. Yeah? Everybody cool? All right. Now, H is one of those rare times when we have an exception to a math rule. Right? Because when we factored, has there ever been anything in front of X? In all the factoring we've done, has there ever been anything in front of the first variable? Does it ever have a coefficient? This guy did, and we got rid of it. This guy did, and we got rid of it. Does this guy have something in front of the coefficient? Yes. So I want to get rid of it, right? What did I do here? I divided by what I wanted to get rid of. What did I do here? Divided by what I wanted to get rid of. So what do I do here? Divide by what I want to get rid of, which is what? Negative 4. So we're not actually taking a greatest common factor. We are taking the negative out as well. If we can get a negative out to the front, that's always a goal. So you might want to put a little star there to remind yourself that the negative should come out as well. Even though, because it's not a greatest, is it? Because negatives are lower, right? So what's going to go out front? Negative 4. Now what's my first term? T squared, because negative and negative gets me a positive. What's my second term? Positive 4t. What's my third term? Negative 32. Now, is that factorable? I would need to multiply to what? Negative 32 and add to what? 4. Is it 1 and 32? Is it 2 and 16? No. Is it 4 and 8? Yeah. Which one is positive? Is it 4 minus 8 or 8 minus 4? 8 minus 4. Negative 4. T plus 8. T minus 4. Is everybody cool with that? I have to show you 2 more things, then you know everything you need to know about this kind of factoring. How does I differ from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H? It's flipped around. So what I have in I is negative D squared, right? Minus 5D, right? Minus 24, correct? Do I like the way that's written? What about that bothers me? A negative D. How do I get rid of it? I divide it out. I divide out a negative what? Negative 1. So what goes to the front? Negative. Would we ever write 1? No, just negative. And what does this become now? D squared. Keep talking because my computer's frozen. D squared plus 5D plus 24. Yes? Now, look closely. I would have to multiply to 24 and add to 5. Yes? Do any numbers exist that do that? Somebody's going to say 8 and 3. But I need a negative, don't I? So this is done. That's the next thing you got to worry about. It might look factorable, but we did factor, didn't we? We took out a negative 1, so we did some factoring. Everybody cool? All right. J is the last thing I need to show you, and then you know everything you need to know. What's different about J from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I? There's another variable, right? When there was just one variable, the answer ended up being x and x, yes? Because x times x is x squared, correct? So in this one, it must be v and v, correct? Well, what must I need here to make b squared? B and B. Then do you think anything else changes? Of course not. I need numbers that multiply to what? Well, negative 20 and add to what? Positive 19. Is it 1 and 20? Yep. Is it 20 minus 1 or 1 minus 20? 20 minus 1 plus 20b minus, do I write 1b? No. And then I check. Is 20 minus 1 19? Is 20 times 1 negative 20? So we're correct. Please notice K is exactly the same as J. What's weird in L? I'm going to just highlight and let you figure it out. What's weird in M? I'm going to highlight and let you figure it out. And what's weird in N? I'm going to highlight and let you figure it out. But I'm going to show you the right answers. And then this one's normal. I'm going to show you the right answers very soon. This is your job right now. Try and do those 6. You can share, you can talk to each other. As soon as you're done those 6, we're going to do the quiz. And then I'm going to assign you your work. Remember, the quiz is what you do. As soon as you finish it, you go on to pages 131 and 132, which is practice. Okay? So go to these 6 and try them right now. You can talk to your neighbor. You can ask me. Now's the time to do that. The quiz is being handed out at 10:40. Yes. It's amazing how my 43-year-old plumbing can make it through a whole class. It's long since passed its warranty. Ugh.
gave up. It's too much. I was under pressure.
Okay, guys, the answers are all recorded. You are doing 131 and 132 for homework. I'm bringing the quiz around now. Books closed. You may use your calculators if you need it. Please remember to put your name on the quiz. When it is done, you bring it to me and you start on 131 and 132. And you have just a hair under 20 minutes to do this. More than enough time. And I've decided my 43-year-old plumbing will not make it through a whole class. But to be fair, I made it through one already. Back in a minute. Don't cheat.